mostly sunny skies, highs at 49. And for the afternoon in the Coachella Valley, there'll be patchy blowing dust. You expect highs in the 50s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. We've got a great show planned for you a little bit later. We got Bill Norby of Applebee's. He's going to give us some latest stuff. We have a new special, a couple of new specials actually, so we'll talk about that around the corner. Super excited about that. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world. Jess has got his, he's got his finger on the pulse. He always shares stuff that I go, I did not see that coming. I know he's got a few of those up his sleeve. So give it to me, Jess. Give it to me simple. Give it to me, what should we look out for, the next week or two? Maybe, maybe it's something at the show, something fun, something just, be aware of. I don't know.
I know I'm excited for the movies I think the next upcoming 2 weeks or so. So I know next week, this upcoming week is, what's it called? It's a drug bear, cocaine bear.
Oh, that's right. I'm not gonna lie. I went and I saw like a theater. Are they charging at the theater already the price at AMC? Because I'm gonna say this. I thought about it later, and I think I've been swindled because they say where do you want to sit, and I always like to sit in the middle. You say you like to sit on the side, right? Smart. But they didn't offer me like an option. They just said, okay, it's that much. And I'm like, okay. And it was Ant-Man, like the day it came out. Have you seen that yet?
I have seen it, and I enjoyed the movie a lot.
Okay, so do you recommend it to others?
I do recommend it to others. If you like the MCU, definitely watch it. I mean, a lot of people are it seems like everyone's a critic nowadays. But you know what? Everyone tries their hardest. I enjoy.
I think it's funny that people are critical about a comic. like, dude, it's a comic, So I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. This, that, and that. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. That you forgot about that. But I get it. Sometimes I get a little that way, like as if it were real, but it's not real. So you can't, And even if it were, wouldn't you want it to be real? Kinda. Like, wouldn't you want to be like a superhero? What superhero would you be in the either one, either the Marvel or the DC? Even though I still think they're crushing the DC verse in a bad way. But, I don't know. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah, the worst thing you could do is give me superpowers. I would not be a superhero. And let me tell you why. Superheroes do not hurt people like they like Superman, blah, blah, blah. Like, would you consider Batman a superhero?
Oh, that's a good question. I wouldn't call them hero. I would just call them like, oh, they got stuff and hopefully they do the right thing and hopefully they usually they're at a criminal or someone that's going to like kill people. So I don't know that I would call them like that word because I think it's kind of dumb when they say superhero. I go, yeah. But if you just say, oh, hey, they're, someone who like, kind of like the police. You don't call, sometimes you call police hero when they do something extraordinary. I don't know, Jess. I would say at least, he punches, he hurts, and he says, take me to them, kind of talks that way. But what do you say, Jess?
To me, Batman is not a superhero at all. For one, he keeps putting his people in jail or Arkham Asylum or wherever. They keep getting out, yet they murder people and he just captures them, puts them back, kind of like that's what we do now in real life. Oh man.
That's what I say, man. He goes outside the law, which is why people are upset. And I say, if you go outside the law, at some point the law is going to come at you. So you got to be careful. So I don't know. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I did see some footage. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know who the Joker is. But I saw Lady Gaga play Harley Quinn. What's that about, Jess?
Yeah, do you remember? I think 2 years ago, the Joker came out with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was not a fan of that. A lot of people loved it. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's so real." Blah blah blah. I'm like, you could take the Joker and the Batman stuff out of it, and it would just be a very depressing movie.
Right.
You have this guy who has, obviously some mental illnesses and some problems, but yeah, people are cheering that on. So I find that kind of weird and disgusting. But you know what? That's fine. But they decided to make a sequel, and this one is supposed to be a musical. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. But
it's a musical.
Yeah, Lady Gaga is supposed to be playing Harley Quinn.
Is it her head or his head? Which is it?
I don't know. That's a good question. I can judge this movie right now, and it's just weird because I think the Joker is one of the very rare movies that I've only seen once. I don't need to watch it again. But
Okay.
then there are some people who like watch it over and over again and just like idolize that character. Why is beyond me. But yeah, it's just yeah, I don't like the Joker at all.
Well, I'm looking at some stuff. I'm not gonna lie. The screen capture that I saw, I kind of had a question on it. I don't know if they do a musical. Like maybe they do a rendition of music. I could see that. Um. Okay, I'm gonna hold on. I'm seeing some other things. I go, okay, I could see her. She's a good actress. Not gonna lie. Like I've seen a couple movies with Lady Gaga, and I was like, all right. I didn't see that coming. So she's a good actress. She's not Margot Robbie. She's gonna put a spin on it. I'm pretty sure. I didn't know he was still in this. I knew they were gonna do something with him because that's kind of where they were going. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd rather wait to watch a movie before I judge it because it could be amazing. I mean, hopefully it's better than the first one, at least in my opinion. I don't know. I can't take those kind of movies. It's just people idolizing people with mental illness is.
Yeah, I get that. It's pretty dark at a couple parts. I was kind of like, not feeling it. But back to like, I've judged before, and I was, I don't know. I still think I was right, but whatever. Um, but look, there she is, okay, and there he is. I was wondering at first. I'm like, who is that guy? Is that the, look a little different on that side profile, but she looked great, obviously. I think Harley is more. I mean, I get it. There's been several renditions. I love the Gotham version, of like where they were going with that. But again, I don't know. I'm not gonna take it too serious. I guess. I don't know. I'll wait. I'll wait. I know he's a good performer and he's a good actor. I didn't see it. Not gonna lie. It's a little dark, and I'm like, I can't see it with someone. I did see a clip. I go, whoa, they went really like postal with him. They go with the mental illness, like what you say. I get that. So they go more real than not versus more comic than not. And I think I'm just not ready for it. I'm not ready for like. But you know what? She's done some, kind of like American Horror Story and all those. They surprised me. So we'll see, right?
To be honest, I never knew who Lady Gaga was. Years back, she was famous. Like people would be like, "Do you know who Lady Gaga?" I'd be like, "No." So I saw her on American Horror Story, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was Lady Gaga. I
Mm,
was like, "Oh, that person is amazing."
yeah.
Like their performances was like,
And she
"Whoa."
almost doesn't want them to know. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like so. I can see him doing like a little craze musical part, but seeing the first one with Joker, I would say no. But I really didn't see it all the way through. I just saw clips, and then the part that I saw was the interview part, and I was like, oh yeah, no, 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 that's too much violence. And at the time, there's a little kid involved, so I'm like, I don't want to show him that. So I was like, no, not gonna happen. So, but would I see it now? I don't know. I think I would just say whatever. But there you go. So all right. So that's some stuff that you can see. I say Ant-Man, 100%. Go see it while it's out. If you want to see Cocaine Bear, I say don't take the kids. It's obviously right, just like it's not that film.
Yeah, like I'll recommend films, but like if I really enjoy a film, no, don't watch it with children, especially the rated R ones. God,
Yeah,
no.
just don't. And then yeah, there you go. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We're getting ready for Applebee's coming up next, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tease a little of this because I think I should. Applebee's got something that I think a lot of you, I know, whatever time of the day it is, somewhere it's the afternoon around the world. And I'm looking at this stuff. And I'm like, okay, what would you order? And I kind of want to get this ahead of time before Bill comes with us. Here it is. And I didn't even think about it, but I guess Mardi Gras and like St. Patrick's Day is around the corner, right? I was like, I wasn't even thinking that. I'm not gonna lie. When is Mardi Gras, by the way?
Oh, that would make sense why I seen all those TikTok videos with people throwing beads. That makes so much sense now.
Yeah. I always get it wrong. I thought it was more like the summer, so I don't really know. Anyway, they got the Tipsy Leprechaun with Jameson Irish whiskey, and they got the Pot of Gold Colada for the Captain Morgan. And they say it serves mucho, or served mucho, right? $6 saintly sips. So I know that's more for the Patrick's Day. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. So that's just my storm sticking to it. And then they got this. We'll have Bill talking about it next over at Applebee's. They gave a special. Just mention KMET. And then you get a special there. Here it is, though. This is a pretty good special. The dollar dozen shrimp with any steak. Now, I will say this to those of you listening. Which one do you want? Do you want the top left, the bottom, or the right? Which one do you want? And I will say this. You just kind of add. I'm more of a dry person, so I would do the top left. Just which one would you pick? Top left or right?
I would pick the top left. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of like you, kind of like a dry steak.
Yeah.
Well, that like saucy steaks and stuff like that. But
although I would put that sauce on the side because the right one comes with shrimp already. It looks like nice grilled shrimp a little, and then get that sauce. I don't like creamy on my steak. I'm just I don't know. I'm sure I'm alone on that. But oh man, that crunchy shrimp just looks good with that little. With only $1 addition on top of that, just make that steak real good, well done, and then some would say rare. I don't know. Certain restaurants I like well done. I don't like rare, but that's just me.
Wait. What did you say? How do you have your steak?
Well, it depends. There's some places where I always get it like medium, right? And then there's other places where I'm just like they're gonna mess it up, so I get it well because I don't like there's certain I don't know. There's okay, I'll give you an example. I went to a restaurant. I ordered tri-tip. It's not tri-tip. It was like porterhouse. And I'm like, that's a whole different steak. But tri-tip, like, well-ish, like crispy on the outside, is really good. A lot of cooks don't know how to cook it because they're not a steakhouse. You know what I mean? So that's where I get a little, like, if I have it one time and I go, not having it. I won't send it back necessarily. I eat it. But then I go, okay, for next time, I'm going to get well done, just in case. Because, you want to go with friends, and you want a little protein, you want something to feel good, you order a little salad on the side, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So, how do you order yours all the time? Whether it's good or bad, Jess?
Medium. I used to, my mom used to cook my food back in the days, and she would always cook stuff to, a beef jerky type, texture. Yeah, after I learned to cook, I was like, you're not cooking the steak anymore. I'm doing this. I can't do it.
Got it. I like it seared on the outside. There's a place in Vegas. I don't know if they're still there. I went there a couple times. And they sear it on the outside. It's so good. It tastes. They have just the right amount of salt. They age it like it's perfection. And it's so good. It's worth, it's expensive. I'm not going to lie. It's like $30, $40. But if you go for happy hour, it's like less. Anyway, I think we've talked enough about that. I say this. We need to take a break. When we come back, Applebee's coming up next with Bill Norby, and they got a special. You got to get KMET in your head. Beaumont and Banny, you got to get that in your head. And if there's another Applebee's that you're near and or around, if you mention KMET, just mention it and be like, yo, look them up. You need to, you know what I mean? And then they'll be like, we don't do what they do. And there you go. All right. Anyway, we'll be right back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel lending team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel lending team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
When you want the best performance for your vehicle, think only of Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, right off the I-10 and 60 freeways. Check out Scott's complete list of performance products on their website at hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers can recommend ways for your car or truck to get better gas mileage and cut down on emissions. Need your car or truck to pass smog only? Go to Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont. Find out all of your questions on vehicle performance by logging on to hdrinfo.com. Scott's Headers and Mufflers in Beaumont, hdrinfo.com.
We're in the studio with Fred Penny, managing attorney with Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers. Fred, tell us what makes you the #1 choice for handling personal injury cases.
Most of our firm is made up of former insurance company trial lawyers with extensive experience handling all types of personal injury matters. We believe that gives us a distinct advantage.
That's Penny and Associates Injury Lawyers with locations throughout California. For a free consultation, go to pennyandassociates.com or call 1-800-616-4LAW. That's 1-800-616-4LAW.
After the game, after school, after work, Applebee's is where you want to be to enjoy their bold, savory grilled steaks, salmon, or chicken. Applebee's is located where Beaumont meets Banning, just off 6th Street near Highland Springs Avenue. Applebee's started with the same philosophy they follow today. Focus on serving good food to good people in a neighborhood-style setting. Applebee's also offers Carside to Go when you order online. Applebee's in Beaumont, serving the Pass area. So fresh, so fast, make it Applebee's tonight.
New teen driver in the family? Just bought your first home? Have a new bundle of joy? Every life change matters, and by reviewing your insurance policy with Little & Sons Insurance Services, you could be benefiting with big savings. Little & Sons Insurance Services, a family-owned insurance agency who values the old-fashioned way of doing business. They work for you, not an insurance company, meaning your best interests are at heart. They can custom tailor your policy based on specific needs at a price you can afford. Home, auto, or business, you're covered. Call 1-844-9-LITTLE. That's 1-844-9-LITTLE, or go online to little, the letter N, sons.com. That's littlendsons.com.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. It's that time for Applebee's very own Bill Norby, who has a lot of info on the latest. I know they kind of updated some special. They have like a new drink. They have a new thing, which he actually talked about last week about the dollar. But let's talk about it, Bill. What's going on?
Yeah, good morning, Aaron, Jesse, and all the KMET listeners. Yeah, we just started. You can add a dozen shrimp to any steak for just $1. So you order any of our steaks, and then 12 shrimp will come with it for just $1 more. So that's a pretty good deal.
That's a great deal, by the way. I'm looking at that right now, and I'm thinking, okay, which one do I want? Can you describe the steak that I would need to get in order to get that special?
Well, any of our steaks, but we've got a few here in the insert. The shrimp and Parmesan sirloin, which is probably my favorite steak that we have. And then you have the 6-ounce sirloin, the 8-ounce sirloin, the Bourbon Street steak, and the ribeye. So any of those steaks. And not only that, but you can actually order the 6 or the 8-ounce steak on our twofer menu, and you can still add 12 shrimp for $1 on the twofer menu. So.
Ooh, even better. And okay. Again, that twofer is good for like someone, to take, and whether it be like a business thing, a meetup, to take a friend out. I still owe Jess lunch. Like how much is that, by the way?
Well, it starts at 2 for $25, but if you start adding steaks, it gets to 30 for 2 if you were to get 2 6-ounce, or $35 if you were to get 2 8-ounce.
That's still good when you think about like the half part, right? At the 30 mark, that's 15 a piece. You can't find that places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you do get an appetizer with that, and you get an opportunity to add 12 more shrimp for $1. So you can have a couple of 8-ounce sirloins, an appetizer, and 24 shrimp for about $37.
Okay. I know he likes burger, so I'll let him get that. I think I'm going to probably get the shrimp on like one of these steaks, get it nice and... Oh, man, that mashed potato looks good. Okay, I know you got other things, Bill. What's going on over there?
Well, we also just started our saintly sips, $6 for a tipsy leprechaun or a pot of gold colada. The tipsy leprechaun, of course, in honor of the upcoming St. Patrick's Day holiday, and that's going to have Jameson Irish whiskey with blue curacao and a melon liqueur and lemon lime soda. And then the Captain Morgan, or the pot of gold colada, has Captain Morgan, and that's got a mango flavor also, and so that's a frozen drink.
Okay, you actually made it look good. I'm sorry, you made it sound good. And I'm kind of like, okay, I need that. So again, drink responsibly, we always say, but with the right amount of protein, I mean, it makes a good addition, right?
Absolutely. It goes together very well with our steaks. And, of course, we have a full line of beers that also go very well with steaks. And we have, don't forget our happy hour, which you can get your beers a little bit cheaper from 3 to 5 and 9 until midnight every day, because we close at midnight. So 9 until we close, midnight every day.
All right, Bill, I know you got other things to do, and I know you're getting everything ready to go. You guys have your, usual thing that you do every single day. And you know what, for those that don't know, I know you close, what time do you close, by the way, during the week and then maybe the weekend? Because I know some places are closed at different hours.
It's midnight every day, 7 days a week. We open 11 a.m. to 12 midnight every single day. And
nice. I didn't know that. You're one of the few places that do. I'm not going to lie. Everything is closing, at least over here, and I live in the San Gabriel Valley, I would say they close at around, sometimes 8, sometimes 9, and sometimes 10. But if I'm in the area, and trust me, there are a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers that are out and about, it's you look at certain places, you're like, I'm not sure if I want it. But Applebee's, at that time, good to go.
Absolutely. Come on down. That is our tagline, open late, midnight or later. Some of the Applebee's are even open a little later.
Wow.
But in Beaumont, we go ahead and close at midnight.
Didn't know that. I am there, okay? All right. I want to say thank you, Bill. I know you got other things. Thank you for keeping it clean, clear, and safe. Some restaurants, I'm not going to lie, I've been into the restroom as of late. I know one of those things you guys don't want to talk about, but I'm like, oh my God, you guys are very clean. I've been in your restaurant several times, and it's always you got stuff there. You know what I mean? So good job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate those kind words, and we try really hard to keep everything clean.
Yeah, absolutely. Mention KMET, get a special. Of course, they already have specials, so there's some it doesn't apply, but they'll let you know. $6 St. Louis Sips is where it's at. You got the Tipsy Leprechaun with Jameson. You got the Pot of Gold Colada with Captain, and you got to-go service as well. So great job. Make sure to... oh, by the way, do you have a telephone number that we can call in the event that somebody wants to order, this afternoon?
Absolutely. Area code 951-845-3638. And you can place an order to go or let us know you're coming. And also you can order online at applebees.com.
There it is. All right. Check it out and make sure to mention KMT. All right, Bill, thank you for spending time with us here, and we appreciate the rest of all that you do.
All right. Thank you. See you down at Applebee's.
All right. We'll be back with more right after this.
You're running out of letterhead. What do? Lithopass Printing. You need business cards. Now what? Lithopass Printing. Invitations to a wedding? Lithopass Printing and Banning is the answer. Lithopass Printing can provide banners, signs, and blueprints. Think of Lithopass Printing and Banning for quality graduation, birthday party, and baby shower invitations. Lithopass Printing also provides lamination, faxing, and photo prints. If you need it inked, make it Lithopass Printing. Lithopass Printing and Banning.
Hi, everyone. This is Bernadette, the host of One Life Radio, your #1 source for alternative and holistic health since 2011. One Life Radio is designed to educate and inspire. Visit us at oneliferadio.com because you get one body, you get one mind, and you get one life. Get out there today and make the most of it. Tune in weekdays at 1 p.m. on 1490 KMET Smart Talk, ABC News Radio.
Don't let insurance companies make decisions for you. Go to Pass Auto Center in Banning, your one-stop repair facility with full collision repair, auto maintenance, service, and an authorized smog center. You'll also find a full-service used car lot to fit every budget with the right vehicle for you. Trade-ins are accepted and they pay cash for your car. Pass Auto Center at 2609 West Ramsey in Banning, just off the I-10 freeway between Sunset and 22nd. Call 951-849-7878. The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning is distinctively suited for your travel time out of the car. Off the road, you'll find a courteous, welcoming staff and spacious rooms with desks, flat-screen HD TVs, and comfortable furnishings. Enjoy the complimentary breakfast buffet, high-speed internet, and fitness center and pool. The Holiday Inn Express and Suites in Banning, conveniently located off the I-10 near golf, gaming, and entertainment. For reservations and information, call 951-572-5500. That's 951-572-5500, or go online at hiebanning.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases, get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I know, Jess, you got some things going on. What's going on over there?
Oh my God, yes. I just like to make fun of Hollywood so much. All
right.
You've heard of South Park, correct?
I have.
Yes. Who do they not make fun of?
Who do they? Well, not you.
Well, let's
if they made fun of you, what would you do?
I'd be happy. They make fun of everybody.
You'd be like, yeah, I'm featured. Awesome.
Right? I mean, if you're on South Park, you know you made it.
Yeah.
So apparently the newest episode had Meghan Markle and Prince Harry on it.
Yeah.
Meghan Markle did not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did not like being made fun of.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, oh, it's all nonsense, blah, blah, blah. But I was just laughing nonstop.
Yeah, no one likes it. Look, there are some people that really hate it. I say, why? You know, at least you got featured. I know some people have been upset, like at some other shows, like American Dad, right? Some people are like, hello. But I say, you know what? What are you going to do? At least you got, at least people know who you are. I go with that. You know what I mean? And some get a little like, I say, let it go. Don't worry about it. I get it's like, I would say tease at them and then have fun with that. You know what I mean? Throw it back. Like in school, remember when they used to say, I don't know if they did this at your school, but they did it at my school. They would be like, oh, you can't take a joke. And I'm like, no, I can take a joke. And then, or if you can't take it, or you can dish it, but you can't take it. Remember that?
Yes. Okay, let me tell you a story.
All right.
I learned that lesson in high school, my freshman year. Okay.
Yeah.
I learned to keep my mouth shut because a lot of times I would just blurt stuff out.
That makes sense.
So I'm in a home economics class or cooking, whatever you want to call it. We were having a class lecture about different types of food and stuff like that. So the teacher went out, and kids, they do their thing, they chit chat and all that stuff, and I'm just sitting in my seat being dumb. I overheard a conversation with the football player and a bunch of other people, and he was mentioning that he had this special class, and I instantly went, what, coloring? He turned red, and everyone started laughing.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And then he started like chasing me around the classroom and stuff. I never thought I could move, so I was just like, ooh, I should be a football player. But he did not catch me. But it was funny because I just blurted it out. I did not think, and a lot of times I do that where I'll just make fun of somebody without thinking.
Yeah. No, I get that. That's where I hold back. I'm not gonna lie. I think when you tap into that, you go, okay, but you can't be like, okay, I'll give you an example. I know the Oscars are coming up. I know everybody's going to talk about the slap. I already saw a couple of things on it, right? I'm pretty sure Chris will be like, some people have gone at other people on the carpet. Some people have kind of gone a little too, like in your face. I remember one person squirted water at somebody and they went, but they kind of held back. But I was like, why would you do that on the carpet? And some are like, oh, it's a joke. I'm like, that's the wrong type of joke. Don't do that. Because it could be like something else, you know what I mean? There are crazy people out there now. So, and they don't vet people on the carpet, just so you know. Like I think they should, but that's just, what I say. But anyway, my point is this. Okay, so back to the story, Jess. What happened with Southland? And, again, they make fun of a lot of people and a lot of things, right? I'm pretty sure presidents are made fun of. Like, you know what I mean? So what did they make fun of, like, Markle? Because I know it's going to come up.
Yeah, so all I saw was little, their little cutout forms, and they're holding up little signs that say, "Stop looking at us. We want our privacy." So it's kind of like they're yelling and shouting, "Stop looking at us," blah, blah, blah. But why are you shouting? Kind of, you know what I understand?
Why are they shouting?
They're shouting to the world, we want our privacy, da da da. It's like, okay, you don't need to shout it to the world. Just
I don't
live your
think
life.
they really want their privacy. I think if anything, have they said it though? Maybe they were making fun of that because if anything, they came out with the Netflix episode. So I'm like, I can see the whole we want our privacy, but yet we want not to have our privacy because we want people to know about us. But you know what I mean? Like I don't really know.
Right. So all I have to say is if you are being made fun of in South Park, you're gold. You're gold. You're like you're a pop star or something like that. Because yeah, they make fun of everyone equally. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's more to it. I think if anything, be glad you got featured. Yeah, I think they asked her if she would sue. She's like, no, I'm not dumb. Right? So it's like, okay. I think some people are making it a big deal over, I mean, not getting upset would be like, I don't really know, man. It's a thing. At least you got featured. You have a caricature of you of South Park. You're ever, and there you go. Because they make fun of everyone, right? That's South Park.
They do. They make fun of everyone. Like I remember I was watching it one day and then I guess my mom overheard, so she decided to sit down and watch it and she started laughing. I was like, "Oh my god." So she's got the same kind of humor, she just doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah. You gotta watch the show. I've watched it a couple times, just a few, and I'm like, and you know what? They're really ahead of things sometimes, kind of like Simpsons and like other shows where you're like, wait a minute, how do they call that out? And I go, how do they call that out? You know what I mean? I'm kind of like, huh. So there you go. I think it's kind of funny. I look at that, the left hand side again of that, look at the right hand side, I say, oh, they're so cute, and I love them two together, I'm not gonna lie. But I will say, in a way they do say we want our privacy, but they're all out and about, and I think they're making fun of that. But that's every actor, every celebrity, every person that's in, and then they're like, oh, we're going to step away from the eye, but then the very next minute they have a book, they have a publication, they have something, so it's like, hello, so, and I get the stop looking at us, but holding the banner. I get what you're saying with that, like, look at us, but no, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh my God. If anything, I think for the kids, they want that, but they're really, once you're just at that level, it's very difficult, right? It's just one of those things. And he's a prince, man. His mother's Diana. How can you be private about that? You can't. So I think if anything, they'll keep going at it. But I think someone, oh, there it is. Yeah, I guess somebody said they're going to sue. And they're like, no, we're not going to sue. That's dumb. So at least they got that part right. You know what I mean? So I think people are making it a big deal when it's really not a big deal. It's like you could basically at anyone, but once it comes to you know what? I think people need to take this and they need to like understand this, because sometimes people, they get mad like if you like say something like in a car, you know what I mean? They take a gun, right, and they shoot you over something like that. Like, dude, take a joke. I'm just joking. You know what I mean? You can't even joke. I've joked with someone playing like a card game, and he was like, he got so defensive. I was like, dude, don't challenge me. And I'm like, why do I even have to say that? You know what I mean? Like, have respect, but you don't have to have respect, but don't come at me the way you do. You're the owner of the place, but that doesn't give you a right to, I called you a liar because you lied. And then he got a little upset. He's like, well, I can kick you out of here and not have you come back. I'm like, but you lied. I mean, it was obvious. So I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, you call a person a liar, they're upset at you, they can't take a joke. So Megan, good job. And trust me, there are a lot of people that are not understanding. Just take a joke. It's very simple. All right. So good job not suing. And, at least now you have a caricature of you. And there you go. Didn't they have one where you could make yourself like a family caricature? Like you could upload your picture and it's like, didn't they have that? I thought they had that. Didn't they have that?
I think they had that for The Simpsons.
Was it The Simpsons? I don't remember. It was one of those.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't really look like her. It looks like him-ish, but there you go. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to recruit. Megan, keep it going. That's all I got to say. Can't wait to see what you're going to act in. And I'm a fan of Suits. I want to see that resurge. Can they do? I haven't seen the last episode, but yeah. I think they could do something with that. Anyway, there you go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, we'll be back with more right after this. Stay tuned.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 queen pillow top sale on now.
Join West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants each Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock p.m. Daryl focuses on successful businesses from California's southern border to Canada, including the great border states of Arizona and Nevada. Every week, Daryl provides in-depth discussions and interviews with prominent leaders and innovators that makes all of our lives better and more productive. West Coast Business Review with Daryl McCants, Wednesdays at 4 o'clock p.m. right here on Smart Talk Radio.
Standard time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000 and stay warm today.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio KMET 1490 AM. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what story to share first, and I feel like pick your story that you want to see next. You say which one do you want to see, this one or that one? Do you want to do A or B?
Now you're scaring me. Let's go with B.
B. All right. I should which is which. All right. Okay. I'll start with this one. Okay, here it is. Okay. Nah, man, I gotta start with that one. Okay, here it is. I just came across it, Jess, so I don't know. I could be speaking about it wrong. Here it. Okay, let me ask you this. We know we have a black hole, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do.
Now, where's the black hole?
I can't remember. There's I think the closest one was like 10 light years away, or 10. I don't remember what it was. 10 million. I don't remember.
Just because it says that doesn't mean it's in the middle of our galaxy, Jess.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Yeah, okay.
We're in the Milky Way galaxy, okay? It's in, like, the middle of the galaxy of us. Not another galaxy, us, okay? There's a black hole in the middle of the galaxy, Jess. Ah! You know, they're used to looking at, like, other areas of other space places, right? But anyway, there's a really good documentary. It's on Netflix. I think you should go check it out. And it's kind of confirmation that came in, but a lot of people didn't really make sense of it when it came in. It came in 2018, 2019, 2020. But then coronavirus happened. Nobody was paying attention. People were like, whatever. And so there you go. Anyway, they're getting a lot of stuff in space because now they have the James Webb Telescope. Remember, Jess, you were really big on that. And they're seeing a lot of things. And they're like, okay, we make sense of that. Now, this one, I think, is far. I don't know. I'm just looking at it now. Here it is. This is a artist description of it in essence. But I'm like, okay, that's weird because the headline, and maybe it's wrong the way it says it because I can't see that happening. If it's a black hole, what does it do with stuff around it, Jess?
It slowly sucks everything up within its orbit.
Or fastly sucks everything in its orbit, right? It just depends your perspective. So, and some theorize that it could slow down time. I don't know about that, but, you know, whatever. It says this headline. Actually, I'm going to read the article. Here it is. Astronomers have spotted a runaway supermassive black hole. Seemingly, you good there, Jess?
Yeah, I knew you were going to come up with that story. I read that last night, too.
You saw that? You didn't tell me, man?
No, I did not want to tell you because I know you're going to be like, oh, my God.
Yeah, that's a thing, man. I don't want to be in space when that happens. Okay, it says astronomers have spotted a runaway supermassive black hole seemingly ejected from its home galaxy and racing through space with a chain of stars trailing in its wake. What? It's dragging a bunch of stuff with it? I think their perspective is off, Jess. I don't think they're looking at it right. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I don't think they're looking at it right.
I don't even know how you look at all this stuff in general. So all of this science is beyond me. But you know what? Yeah, I've heard a lot of crazy black hole stories.
It says it has a chain of stars trailing in its wake. Now, is it releasing them, or is it like, you know what I mean? Like, if it says trailing in its wake, imagine like, okay, perfect example, right? In the ocean, you have a big, I don't know, like a big boat, okay? It's a yacht, right? It goes through the ocean and it like tugs at everything under the ocean, like plankton and seaweed and stuff. It goes with it. It drags it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So is basically this doing that to all of like where it's at? I have a question on that. Okay, here's what it says. It says, according to the team's research, it was published on the preprint server arxiv.org, has been accepted for publication on the Astrophysical Journal. This is very official, by the way. Very big, like very big. The discovery offers the first observational evidence that supermassive black holes can be ejected. How do you eject a black hole? That makes no sense. Can be ejected from their home galaxies to roam interstellar space. What? Is it like a ship? What's going on? Jess, I think this is like a Star Trek edition of like a Klingon ship, or maybe what's another ship that goes cloak in the dark? Which one is it, Jess?
I have no idea, but
it doesn't eject. That's so dumb. I think they're writing this dumb. That makes no sense. How does it eject? It's its own thing. Nobody understands a black hole. Like what causes? Now, if we could eject the black hole from our center space of the galaxy, of Milky Way galaxy, which we happen to be like swirling around in, I'd be all right with that. But it's not like I can eject that. It's not like, you know, Top Gun where you can, hey, let's eject the black hole. Does somebody send it away? And is it dragging everything with it? Or is it, in essence, going like on its own and it's just taking everything with it? I have a theory about that, but I'm going to keep on to that. It says the researchers discovered the runaway black hole as a bright streak of light while they were using the Hubble Space Telescope to observe the dwarf galaxy. Well, there's a problem. It's a Hubble Space Telescope. Yeah, you can't. No. It's so fuzzy. You're probably like figuring, oh, maybe it's a warp hole. Yes, those exist. Okay, a warp hole, they do that. It would bend the light around it. I think they're looking at it wrong. It can't be a black hole. That makes no sense. It says to observe the dwarf galaxy RCP-28 located about 7.5 billion light years from Earth. Again, just because we travel slow doesn't mean... I challenge that. It says astronomers have spotted a runaway supermassive black hole seemingly ejected from its home galaxy and racing through space with a chain of stars trailing in its wake. According to the research which was published on the server, it's been accepted for publication. Okay, they reprinted that. They're all like, what is going on? Okay, here's a diagram of it. I wonder if we could put it up here. Okay, I think people need to research this a little bit more. I've never seen this now. I know black hole was a theory, and it makes a lot of science fiction like a thing. But again, this is concerning because again, we have one in our own. Like, so you have to research this stuff. Did you see, by the way, they had like a huge meteor that like exploded? Where was that? That was somewhere, right? Didn't it?
What meteor? I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a huge one. I don't remember where it was. Where was it at, Jess?
You talking about the one that killed the dinosaurs?
No, there was a recent one. Okay, here's what it says. It says the researchers discovered the runaway black hole as a streak of light while they were using the Hubble. They keep reprinting this. Okay, it says follow-up observations showed that the streak measures more than 200,000 light years long, roughly twice the width of the Milky. Okay, it's thought to be made of compressed gas that's actively forming stars. Okay, the gas trails a black hole that is estimated to measure 20 million times the mass of the sun. Okay, it's speeding away from its home. Oh, it's dragging everything. Oh, they're looking at it wrong, Jess. It's bringing everything into it. It's not taking anything. Like, you get what I'm saying, Jess?
Oh, yeah. There's, if you keep reading, there's a small part of this part where it talks about how it might have been part of like a black hole, like a couple black holes, and they were trying to merge.
We're looking at it top down.
Yeah, very well.
It's perspective. Yeah. Okay, if we were able to look at it sideways, well, maybe they do get it right, but they're looking at it wrong. Meaning, like, if you're looking top down, it's sucking everything into it, which isn't good. Man, there are black holes everywhere. Where do they come from? I think we need to figure that out. Yeah. So there you go. Look at some of the stuff confirming black holes on the move. Who knew? Which makes sense. They move, but they take things with it, right? In a way. But where do they go? Like, what drags it? What moves it? What makes it want to go anywhere? What makes it just take everything and then goodbye, right? Do black holes... Okay, back to that black hole that we remember, like, it was, like, letting stuff out of it. Was it demolishing it? Was it bringing it from somewhere else? What is it? You know?
Oh, yeah. I remember the black hole that swallowed that planet and then spit it back out.
Bingo! There you go.
Yeah.
So that's my question. I don't know. I don't think they're ready, Jess. I really don't.
Yeah. I don't think we're ready for all this science and black hole stuff yet.
Oh, we're ready for it. We just need to figure it out. Okay. Now the next thing I have to say is this. This is the first one that I was gonna actually, it's hard for me to get away from that because, again, back to asteroid. Did you see the asteroid thing? Like, it blew up in like space. You didn't see that?
I did not see that. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it happened like local on this Earth, and it was a huge streak. Here's one. Corgi-sized meteor as heavy as 4 baby elephants hit Texas. Near McAllen. Oh, I've been there. With the energy equivalent of 8 tons of TNT. Here's another one. Newly discovered asteroids named after Jesuits. And a pope. Oh. Jess, there's asteroids coming at us, I guarantee it.
There are asteroids always coming towards us.
This one says, NASA confirms 1,000-pound meteorite slammed into Texas.
Yeehaw.
If that was here, I don't know. That's where, they said there was no... But here's the thing. When they say slam, thank God for our atmosphere, because it burns it up usually, and then it breaks apart. But there's some footage. I just can't find it right now. I should save it. Here it is. Asteroid hits Earth in magnificent spectacle over Europe. Yeah, that's the one.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let me go over to the right. Here it is. Okay. U.S. military investigating leak of emails from Pentagon server. Did you see this, Jess?
No, I did not. So what happened on the Pentagon service?
No, it's a server.
Yeah, server.
Well, what do you think they have on the Pentagon server, Jess?
I don't know. Did they leak any information you're willing to share? I'm not willing to share anything because then I don't want them coming for me.
Well, again, I didn't hack it. It says the U.S. Military Special Operations Command says it's investigating a report from a cybersecurity researcher that the command was leaking a trove of unclassified email data on the internet. Monday, the command, this was this week, initiated an investigation into information. It says, this is according to Special Operations Command. He says this, Ken McGraw. He said, the command initiated an investigation into information we were provided about a potential issue with the command's cloud service. They're on the cloud. They're dumb. You don't put sensitive information on the cloud. That's just dumb. Where's that information going to go? You know what the Pentagon has? Everything and everything about like military. This is like a Mission Impossible episode where they leak it, they get it, and then they know where everybody's at. They have names there. They have there's so many people going to get fired on this. The tech crew are going to be like, oh God, we need to get out of here. Because this is very important information. It's not like, oh, hey, you want to meet for lunch? And even that, you don't want that out there, right? Because that's called spy. It's like, oh no. Let's see. It says, McGraw said, the only other information we can confirm at this point is no one has hacked U.S. Special Operations Command's information systems. Oh, that's good. That's the only one? Let's see. They reported on the data leak. It was a publication, which was discovered by independent cybersecurity researcher. It was done by an outlet called TechCrunch, Jess. They're the ones that figured it out. It wasn't even Pentagon. They were asleep at the wheel. Samples of the data that they shared with one of the other news agencies dated back years and included standard information about U.S. military contracts and requests by Department of Defense employees to have their paperwork processed. Those people aren't safe anymore. Some of those are undercover, by the way, just so you know. Anyone who knew the IP address of the server could access the data without a password until the server was secured Monday. Jesse could have gone on there and been like, you could have been the guy to hack them. Aw. The data exposure is an example of how powerful organizations can unwittingly expose potentially sensitive internal data by not configuring their computer servers properly. Oh, people are going to get fired, Jess. How do you not put a password on that?
Not even 1, 2, 3, 4? Wow, you fail.
Pentagon password. Octagon. You know what I mean? They'll never figure that out.
I would have been guessed 1.
Yeah, it says it's uncommon. Although, again, you're the Pentagon. You're supposed to protect the government secrets of the U.S. Like with Russia, Asia, and other places going at you. I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, oh, what can we do with that? I guarantee it's going to be sold to the highest bidder. All right, anyway, we're out of time. There it is. There's the people at it. Hey, man, we're smart. We know what to do. They're the ones that say, go at it, military or not. So I got questions. They got answers. Evidently, it's all out there for the public to see. All right, Jess, make it a great day, whatever you do. Remember, life is worth living. Live it well. Bye-bye, everyone.